Hello and welcome. On today's All Narrative, I'll be sharing the story of my painting which depicts the American singer, songwriter and actress Lady Gaga. This is my first YouTube video, so I'll introduce myself. Hi, I'm Evangeline Tyne. I'm a figurative artist and I work on oil or board or canvas. In my late 40s, I moved into figurative work and started with portraits. I very quickly discovered that the tilt of the head, the look in the eye, body language, that to sit a story was far more interesting to paint. Telling a narrative through paint is now where I belong. Enigma, the what if, inspires my ideas, creates stories in my head and forms my compositions. I'm also influenced by literature, dance and inspirational women. I want to champion women through my art. In this space, I plan to chat on all subjects behind the painting, the meaning, narrative, characters, process, preliminary work, inspiration, toils, hopes and fears. Welcome to Oil Narrative, the story behind the painting. So why Lady Gaga? Watching performances, listening to interviews, collecting music, the more I knew, the more fascinating she became. She exhibits discipline, thinks creatively, is experimental, but for me, even with vulnerability, the pivotal point is her self-belief. I find her inspirational for my own creativity. A true artist. I knew I wanted to paint her. So obviously she wasn't just going to sit for me, and I didn't want this just to be a portrait. So I looked for ideas, starting with images online. The more I looked, I noticed a theme of fashion, material, props, jewellery and sexuality. Once I had 20 images that spoke to me, I began playing around with their shapes in order to find a composition. I reduced, enlarged, flipped and rearranged. Some first choice images just didn't work, but I kept going until I had 5 images that felt cohesive. One of my favourite colour schemes is black, white and purple, and I definitely think this influenced the colour palette. I love the flow of the hair in this left-hand image, definitely a factor in its choice, as well as the subject of sexuality. The hair and colour balanced with the upright image, which also projected the fashion and jewellery elements that I wanted to include. I now needed to bring something through the centre. I didn't want a third figure, as I wanted to find a way of bringing material flowing across the painting. I loved an image where she was hanging in the air wearing fabric like billowing bandages, so I cropped it, took the top off, moved sections around and let the fabric run and connect through the painting. All I needed now to complete the composition was some props and diamonds to complete the themes, and throw back light to the earrings and necklace from the right-hand image. I used some electrical cabling used to create the image of hair in one shoot and a diamond eye sleep mask which fitted perfectly in the top left corner. My favourite part in the process was working on the nails, and the hardest section to paint was the tattoos. I absolutely loved this painting, so it's not for sale, but prints are available from my website. So what room would you put this painting? I'd love to see your comments on this. Let me know your thoughts. This painting took about 80 hours and was completed in 2020. The next video I'll be chatting about the grey painting behind, which is inspired by Sorolla. I look forward to catching up with you on the next one, where I chat all things oil narrative, where paintings bring joy.